I recently created a 57-second video for a client, and I thought I'd break it down, share the logistics of what happened beforehand, show you how the shoot evolved, and then the resulting video at the end. I'm always curious about the backstory, the logistics, how things came to be, and really I'm sharing this today to demystify, and if you're a brand photographer adding video to your business or you're just getting into video, this is truly just to show that you just have to break it down into little parts and you can execute some great content for clients. All right, so let's jump into the client. They are a podcast and a magazine publisher. They are a couple from Scotland. We are bakers. They were coming over to the US to do a US podcasting tour for a month, and they go all over the world. And what makes them unique is that they film and record their podcasts in a maker's workshop studio. Now, I love working with makers, artists, and designers. And as a brand photographer, it's like a perfect match for me to then capture their branding for their business. And we have established this collaboration and relationship over 2 years via Instagram. So that's how the connection was made. So amazing opportunities can truly happen on social, and it's just a long game. So that's how it started. When I knew they were coming over and they were going to Vermont, which is driving distance to where I am, that's when the collaboration really sped up, and we met via Google Meet, and I had my concept boards ready to go. So I knew where they were going. So I did some initial research, initial planning, and they were going to be at the most picturesque workshop in Vermont. And I knew I wanted to bring my drone. So on the concept board, I grabbed shots that I could from what I could find online and on the actual maker's Instagram or website, so that I can kind of speak to, this is what it looks like. It looks like there's enough room. We should be good for the drone. And it worked out great. Logistics, the morning of, we showed up at like 8 o'clock in the morning because they were going to kind of meet with the maker around 9. So we wanted that hour to set up some drone shots. So basically we just did 2 passes. I have the DJI Mini 3 Pro, which did a great job. And I knew I wanted a driving shot, like an establishing driving up this long dirt road type of shot, and really show how remote they are, that Vermont vibe. And knowing that they were going to be in a car and setting up timing and not guessing when they're coming, that's when I use radios. I have these radios just really for my drone work if it's needed to communicate because I'm at a distance. So this is a good helpful tip if you're doing some drone work. So we did 2 passes. The first one, the sun was really coming out, so the second pass was a lot more successful. That's all we needed. We did the driving. Then I wanted some setups of them walking into this amazing, gorgeous workshop. And those were kind of like those establishing shots for the drone. I did some, drop down to the workshop. I did some pans up above the mountains and the greenery. I mean, I spent that good hour getting all those establishing shots for future use. But I knew that drive up was going to be like a key shot that I wanted. And so then we could move on and get into the workshop. So that was the first segment of the day. And we kind of walked through the night before what we were going to get in terms of the drone, and it worked out. Once we were inside, I shoot on the Canon R5C, and I went between the 24-70 lens and then the 70 to 200, both RF lenses, to capture not only photos, but video. That is part of this video that I created for them at the end. For their process, they just don't go in, set up the podcast, and hit record. They really spend time talking to the maker, walking the workshop, understanding their process. So then they have some other talking points for the podcast, which could record for 1 to 2 hours. So all that beginning collaboration, discussion, I wanted to capture that too, because that's part of their business, and people may not see that when they're only watching or listening to the podcast or reading their magazine. There's really all this that goes on before the podcast. So in this 57-second video, we're showing them arriving, setting up, and then before they hit record and kind of like setting up with the maker. And it's really just to show Vermont, remoteness, podcasts anywhere. They are going to the maker. They're just not doing this, via Zoom, let's say. So I think it was truly a successful little video clip. We have so much content from this trip. So there'll be more on all my socials and platforms about this trip. But I wanted to just break that down where we are establishing a plan before we're actually there for the day. I have shot ideas that I'm working through, whether I'm looking at the sheet or I have it in my memory, and just logistically executing it so that we are efficient, we get what we need, and have a great ending result. All right, so check out the video. Hope you enjoy it.
No, we
Yeah.